really necessarily coach gamer. That's something that is inherent in a player.
Can Shedeur Sanders play football in the NFL?
And I think he's just got that it factor. I really do. I think he's got the it factor, and that is so important.
When Nike extended Shedeur Sanders' deal, it wasn't about future hopes. It was seizing a moment the NFL never saw coming. In a league where rookies grind for years to prove themselves, Nike didn't wait. One game was enough for them to double down.
Really showcase his vintage trademark accuracy. He was so accurate with that football.
No MVP awards, no Pro Bowls, just one preseason showcase, and suddenly the entire sports world was buzzing. While front offices hesitated, Nike spotted something different. A quarterback carrying legacy, swagger, and cultural influence. And now, while the league debates if he's starter ready, Nike is already building campaigns around him. The question isn't, can Shedeur Sanders succeed? It's, did Nike just outsmart the NFL with one bold deal? August 8th.
A very difficult throw. He's able to set his body nice and even, get his shoulder to the target, and throw an absolute dart between two defenders.
Was never supposed to matter. Buried on the depth chart, Sanders was expected to take a few quiet snaps and fade into the background. Instead, he turned the stadium upside down. In under an hour, he threw a laser touchdown between defenders, scrambled for clutch first downs, and delivered throws that looked like they came from a veteran of 10 years. Then came the wrist flex.
74% completion percentage, which led the FBS last year. That wasn't just because he didn't want to throw the ball away or he didn't want to complete a Hail Mary. That is legit accuracy that he has.
Celebration that instantly went viral. It became a meme, replayed across every sports page online. But it wasn't only fans who noticed. Nike was watching closely. That debut wasn't just electric, it was viral. And in today's culture, viral moments are priceless. Shedeur didn't just play football that night. He hijacked timelines, highlight reels, and conversations across the country.
Things have changed because a lot of what we're hearing from Cleveland has changed again.
That debut didn't just reveal a rookie. It introduced the brand of Shedeur Sanders. And as clips blew up online, Nike wasn't scrambling to react. They were already ready to move. To most people, it looked like Nike hopped on the Sanders hype train overnight. In reality, this plan had been years in motion. Shedeur wasn't just a lucky breakout. Nike had tracked him since his Colorado days.
Those 2 touchdown passes were really beautiful, beautiful passes.
Making him their very first NIL football athlete. That wasn't luck, it was strategy. They invested early, dressing him in exclusive gear and even reviving a legendary Nike relic, the Air DT Max 96, once worn by his father Deion, Primetime Sanders. It was both a throwback and a statement, where others saw a rookie.
I think his demeanor has been great. Publicly, he's been nothing but positive. When he's talked to us, our interactions with him have been great, I think, no matter what question.
So when Shedeur turned in the most talked-about preseason debut, Nike wasted zero time. Within days, their campaign was everywhere. Custom cleats, highlight-heavy ads, and promotions running on every screen. This wasn't a reaction. It was a masterclass in anticipation.
Has a really, really nice touch on the ball. That's probably the thing that I was most impressed with, yes.
While other brands wait for superstardom, Nike was already building it. For them, this wasn't about signing a promising young quarterback. It was about reviving a legacy and reshaping what it means to be next up. Shedeur Sanders isn't just another athlete. He's the son of one of sports' most electrifying legends. But from day one, he made clear he's not just writing the Sanders name. He's building his own with accuracy, calmness, and swagger under pressure. That combination, bloodline plus performance, is rare.
But he put the ball exactly where he needed to put it, and he put it in such a way that the receiver could catch it. He throws an eminently touchable football. He knows when to take a little bit of the heat off of it. He knows when to put a little arc on it.
To market, but when it lands, it's unstoppable. Nike knew it. Right after his debut, they dropped special white and gold cleats. More than flashy, they carried meaning, a fusion of two eras. Primetime's dominance reimagined through Shedeur's modern edge. Fans ate it up. Older football heads got the nostalgia. Younger fans saw someone who looked like them, talked like them, played like a vet, and still carried TikTok-level swagger.
Pressure was coming for him. Like, you could tell, I think, by the way the play was ran, he was really wanting to go to his left, and instead of stepping backward, he stepped to his right and forward to avoid the pass rush, and those were things, I think, going into last night, no one knew if we were going to...
This wasn't manufactured hype, it was evolution in real time. For Nike, this wasn't just a contract. It was storytelling, from dynasty to destiny. And just when it seemed Nike had the perfect image, Shedeur gave them more to market with his play. A viral moment is one thing. Silencing analysts with your football IQ is another. In only a few preseason snaps, he made reads most rookies miss. While first-year quarterbacks usually panic, Shedeur calmly read coverages, saw gaps, and adjusted without hesitation. On a critical 3rd and long, he didn't force a throw. He noticed open space, ran for the sideline, picked up the first down, slid, and popped back up like he'd done it forever. That's not just athleticism, that's awareness and poise. Then came a bootleg rollout, a twisting throw across the field between two defenders. A pass most quarterbacks wouldn't even try by year 5, and he nailed it. Analysts were stunned. Nike was taking notes. Every sharp read, every quick adjustment, every precise release. It wasn't just football, it was brand power. A rookie showing the instincts of a franchise quarterback, packaged with confidence you can sell. But the real shock wasn't just his mastery of the playbook. It was what happened when plays broke down. Stats can win headlines, but influence wins culture. While coaches rewatched film, the internet crowned Shedeur a cultural star. That wrist flex, the watch glinting under the lights, wasn't just a celebration. It was a viral statement copied by fans, influencers, even celebrities. And then came the phrase, "It's man time," shouted in a hype clip. Overnight, it exploded into memes, mantras, and merch. Nike turned it into a campaign. Here's where Shedeur separates himself. He resonates not just with football diehards, but with style communities, culture critics, and Gen Z sports fans. That authenticity is rare, and Nike recognized it before anyone else. Where most rookies vanish between games, Sanders stayed trending daily, in commercials, on timelines, in conversations beyond the NFL. He wasn't just controlling games, he was controlling narratives. With Nike backing him, those narratives weren't slowing down. They were about to disrupt everything. This wasn't just a sponsorship, it was a power shift. Nike didn't just sign Shedeur Sanders. They planted a flag on football's future, betting before the league even decided. Most companies wait for titles or stats. Nike jumped early. That's why it's a game changer. They've done it before with Jordan, Serena, and Kaepernick, turning moments into movements. With Shedeur, they saw lightning in a bottle, a legacy name, a viral debut, and a brand already larger than many starters. And this changes everything. Instead of waiting for resumes of success, Nike invested in personality, story, and influence. That's disruptive. It breaks the old rules. Shedeur's deal sets a new precedent. Young athletes can land massive endorsements before proving themselves on paper. That shift flips strategies, timing, and the balance of power between franchises and players. The NFL's been slow to adapt to athletes as culture creators. Nike skipped the line. Now, imagine if Shedeur grows into a true star. The payoff won't just be big, it'll be historic. That's why NFL teams are already nervous. The Steelers passed, the Giants passed, other franchises ignored him. Now, those choices could haunt them as some of the worst missed opportunities in recent football history. Because Shedeur isn't just a quarterback, he's a movement. Teams may regret not just losing talent, but losing a brand-defining figure. Sanders' debut didn't just showcase throws and poise, it created a cultural shift. Nike knew it instantly. In a world where highlights fade in 24 hours, Shedeur's performance stuck. Not for one throw, but because everything clicked. Game, image, legacy, timing. Nike moved quickly for a reason. They weren't early. They were right on time. They saw the complete picture. A quarterback with instincts, heritage, and cultural pull. This deal isn't only about marketing, it's about redefining how stars are discovered. It's a warning to every team and brand. Wait too long, and you'll miss the wave. We're witnessing something rare, a player building cultural relevance before his NFL career even starts. If his play continues to match his poise, Shedeur Sanders could become Gen Z's first true NFL icon. Not just chasing wins, but reshaping modern stardom. The league hesitated. Nike didn't. And that's why this deal may go down as one of the boldest bets in sports history.